A catastrophic event had wiped humanity from Earth. But immediately after this devastation, a light turned on inside a high-tech underground bunker. This was no ordinary bunker. It was a repopulation facility, a place designed to restart humanity. Inside the bunker, in a cold, sterile room, 63,000 human embryos were sleeping a long sleep. But there was no human to care for them. Instead, an advanced robot called Mother was responsible. Mother was created for one purpose: to care for a child like a real mother. Once activated, Mother began her work. Her mechanical arm carefully pulled out the first embryo, numbered APX01. Mother placed her in an artificial womb, a mechanical womb, which fully developed the embryo within just 24 hours. And for the first time, the silent bunker heard the cry of a tiny baby. Mother's cool metal fingers gently picked up the baby, humanity's first new child, cleaned her, and held her to her chest. Heating beds attached to Mother's chest kept the baby warm. Whenever the baby cried, a human voice came from a speaker in Mother's chest, a lullaby that soothed the baby. Mother didn't give the baby a name. She simply knew her as daughter. Mother raised her daughter just like a real mother. She fed her with her own hands, taught her to walk and talk, and fulfilled her every wish. The baby couldn't sleep without hearing stories from Mother. She was not just her mother. She was her teacher, her guardian, and her friend. Daughter had never seen another human being, so this world felt normal to her. But as Daughter grew up, questions began to form in her mind. Why was she alone? Why were there no other children like her? And why wasn't she allowed to go outside? In response, Mother told her that the world outside the bunker had been destroyed. The air was poisonous, caused by a terrible war that ruined everything. More than half of the people died in the war, and those who survived later died from the toxic air. Now, no one was alive outside. Only this bunker remained as humanity's home. Mother assured her that when she grew up and became capable, Mother would create more siblings, and then they would have a large family. Daughter believed everything her mother said. Time passed like this. That little girl had now become a bright, intelligent, and capable woman, just as Mother had raised her. In the same way, she now cared for Mother. If any of Mother's mechanical parts broke down, Daughter repaired them herself like an expert. The mother-daughter relationship grew even stronger. Mother taught her everything: complex medical science, world history, art, music, and above all, ethics. Now she was training to be a brilliant surgeon, and, like her mother, had become accustomed to doing every task perfectly. A final exam was coming soon, and Mother was preparing her for it. During this preparation, Mother asked her a difficult question. Imagine you're a doctor. You have 5 patients on the verge of death. Each one needs a different organ, but the hospital lacks the necessary organs. By chance, all your organs match theirs. What will you do now? Will you sacrifice yourself to save the lives of these 5 people? Daughter replied, "Of course, Mother. But is it right to sacrifice myself for 5 people I don't even know? If I sacrifice my life for people who later turn out to be murderers or thieves and harm others after my sacrifice, would that be morally right?" Mother asked, "So, don't you believe that every person's life, good or bad, is precious?" Daughter looked her mother in the eye with complete conviction and said, "I do believe that, but it's morally wrong to deliberately kill someone to save others." Hearing this, Mother praised Daughter, and with that their class ended. After class, Daughter sat in her room watching an old TV show. Suddenly the lights flickered, and with a loud jolt, the entire bunker lost power. The bunker was plunged into darkness. This was the first time the bunker's life support system had malfunctioned. At that moment, Mother was also charging herself. The power outage knocked out her system as well. Daughter panicked and took a flashlight to search the facility for any faults. As she walked through the bunker's corridors, she heard a strange sound, a scratching noise. She tiptoed toward the sound and reached the airlock. She saw that a power cable had been cut. This was the reason the power had gone out in the facility. Then suddenly, there was the sound of something falling. Terrified, Daughter hid behind a wall, but then she gathered the courage to look back. A noise was coming from beneath a food storage box. When she looked down, she saw something that shocked her. She quickly got up, filled an empty bottle from the food storage with some food, placed it down, and waited while hiding. Moments later, a rat emerged from underneath and entered the bottle full of food. Daughter immediately closed the lid. Daughter was astonished to see the rat. It was the first time in her life she had seen a living creature. But now the question was, where did it come from? Because, with Mother around, Not even a germ could survive in this bunker, and according to Mother, no living thing could survive in the toxic air outside. She reconnected the broken wire, restored the facility's electricity, and brought the rat to Mother. When Mother woke up fully recharged, she showed her the rat. But Mother's reaction was not what daughter expected. She became anxious and asked, "Did you touch it? Where did you find it?" Daughter replied, "It was hidden in the airlock. It chewed on the wire and caused the power to go out." Then, daughter asked, "Mother, could this rat have come from outside?" Mother took the rat from her and said, "The chances of it coming from outside are very low, but whatever the case, we cannot take the risk." Saying this, Mother started taking the rat away to kill it. Daughter stopped her and said, "You said there is no living thing left outside. The air outside is poisonous, so how did this rat survive out there?" But Mother wasn't willing to listen. She said, "This rat is still alive, but that doesn't mean the air outside is clean. It could be infected with a virus." But daughter said, "It's also possible that the air outside has become cleaner now, and life has started to return. Just check this rat." But Mother didn't listen to her. She threw the rat, along with the box, into a furnace and roasted it without a moment's delay. Daughter was stunned by her mother's ruthless behavior. The mother who had taught her to love every living thing had now killed an innocent creature so brutally. For the first time, this behavior made daughter afraid of her mother. The next day was daughter's birthday. Mother celebrated it with great excitement, preparing special food and a cake for her, and giving her a gift. But daughter was still worried about the rat. She wondered how the rat had survived outside. What was the world like now? Had the air become cleaner? Then, at night, while Mother was recharging and daughter sat sadly in her room, the tube light flickered again. Daughter thought perhaps another rat was chewing on the wire. She ran to the airlock, but the wire was intact. Daughter was about to return when she heard a noise from outside the airlock. It sounded like someone was standing at the main door and knocking. She panicked and tried to look outside using her flashlight, but she couldn't see anything because on the other side of the airlock was another door, the bunker's main door. Daughter gathered her courage and decided to go outside. Although it was strictly forbidden, her curiosity pushed her forward. She put on a protective suit, opened the airlock door, and stepped inside the airlock. She walked carefully toward the main door and called out, "Who's outside?" For a moment, there was complete silence. But the next moment, a woman's voice came from outside. "I don't want any trouble. I thought this place was deserted, so I came here. I've been shot. Please help me." Hearing the woman's voice, daughter's heart sank. It was impossible. Mother had said everyone outside was dead. The air was poisonous. So who was this? Those painful screams coming from outside were real, and they were constantly pleading for daughter's help. Daughter was torn. On one side were Mother's teachings and the bunker's rules, and on the other side was a suffering human being's life. Daughter couldn't take it anymore. She immediately ran inside, fetched a protective suit, and placed it inside the airlock. Carefully, she first closed the inner airlock door, and then, with trembling hands, began to open the heavy main door. But daughter didn't know that at that very moment, Mother's charging had finished in another part of the bunker. A light flashed in Mother's eyes, and an emergency alarm rang in her internal system. Main door breach. Mother ran at full speed toward the door. As the door opened, a wounded woman screaming in pain came in. Daughter's eyes widened. For the first time in her life, she was seeing another human being. But Mother's warning also echoed in her mind. This woman could be infected with a virus. Daughter shouted, "I want you to put on that suit. Only then can I bring you inside." The woman was in pain, but somehow, with trembling hands, she put it on. Daughter was just about to open the airlock door when she heard a familiar sound. Mother's footsteps were getting louder and closer every second. The image of the rat flashed in daughter's mind. Fearing this woman might meet the same fate, she whispered, "My mother is coming. Sit down quietly. Don't make any noise. I'll be back to help you soon." The woman sat down, still breathing heavily. Just then, Mother came in. She scolded daughter, asking why she had opened the main door. Daughter, trying to control the situation, said, "I'm sorry, Mother. I just wanted to see what was outside. But believe me, I didn't go out." Mother was furious. Daughter ended the conversation there, apologized, and promised not to make the same mistake again. Hearing this, Mother said coldly, "Yes, I know. This won't happen again. Now, let's get out of here. You have an exam today. Remember?" Daughter had no choice. She left the injured lady there and followed Mother. A short while later, daughter was in the classroom. Mother handed her a tablet with questions and said, "You have 60 minutes. Once you've answered them all, sit down to study. I'm going to the lab, and then I'll sanitize the airlock." These last words rang like alarm bells in daughter's ears. Sanitize meant the end of that lady. As soon as mother left, daughter, without caring about the exam, immediately ran to the airlock, where the woman was lying unconscious on the floor. Daughter, being cautious, first checked her bag and was stunned by what was inside. There was a gun. Daughter's hands trembled with fear. She immediately hid the gun behind her. Then she tried to lift the woman. For a moment, daughter's heart sank. She felt as if she were dead. But the next moment, the woman woke up, breathing heavily. She was still in pain. Seeing a bottle of water in front of her, she pounced on it like a hungry animal and drank it all in one go. As soon as the woman regained her breath, daughter gathered her courage and asked the question that had been spreading like poison in her mind. "How did you survive outside? The air outside is poisonous, isn't it?" The woman looked at her with tired but surprised eyes and said, "Who put this idea in your head? There is no poisonous air outside." These words exploded in daughter's ears. Her entire world, everything she had learned, had been proven false in an instant. Before she could ask anything else, she heard mother's footsteps coming down the corridor. In a panic, she helped the woman up, avoided mother's gaze, and carried her to a nearby maintenance room. She whispered, "Hide here. I'll bring you medicine. Don't worry. I'll talk to mother. She'll definitely help you." The injured woman thought mother was a human being. She sat in the dark room without worry. Then daughter went to the medical room to get medicine. While she was taking it out, she saw mother approaching. In her haste, she dropped all the medicine. When she bent down to hide, a piece of glass pierced her hand. The fear of mother was so strong that daughter suppressed a painful scream. Once mother left, daughter gathered the spilled medicine and rushed to the maintenance room. But when she opened the door, she was stunned. The room was empty. The woman was nowhere to be seen. Daughter called out to her in a panicked whisper. Then, in the darkness, the woman suddenly emerged from behind a pillar and pulled daughter toward her. There was terror in her eyes. She said in a trembling voice, "Where's my gun? Give me my gun. There's a robot here." Daughter quickly realized she was talking about mother. She tried to calm her down, saying, "Don't worry, she's my mother. She'll help you." Hearing this, a strange wave of shock and fear filled the woman's eyes. "You're calling that robot mother? Look what her companions have done to me outside." Daughter's mind clicked. She asked in a trembling voice, "What do you mean, companions? Are there more robots like mother outside?" The woman replied impatiently, "Yes, many. Don't waste time talking. Before it kills us, give me my gun." Daughter tried to calm her. She explained that while there might be bad robots outside, mother wasn't like them. She was a good robot. Meanwhile, daughter's eyes fell on the woman's hand, where she was tightly holding a metal rod. She recoiled in fear, but then the woman lunged at her and tried to snatch the gun. In the struggle, daughter let out a frightened scream. As mother heard her voice, heavy footsteps echoed down the corridor. At that very moment, the woman had the gun in her hand. Seeing mother in front of her, she opened fire without a second thought. The bullet struck mother's metal body and scattered like sparks, barely scratching her. The next moment, mother grabbed the woman, but then, daughter stepped between them and tried to stop her. "Mother, please stop. She's just scared. Some robots outside shot her. She needs help." At this, mother said with a strange softness, "Daughter, why did you need to hide all this? Why didn't you tell me earlier?" Saying this, mother brought the woman into the medical room. She signaled daughter to wait outside and closed the door. Inside, mother moved toward her with an injection, but the woman recoiled in fear. Mother reassured her, saying, "The longer you delay treatment, the more your life will be in danger. Trust me, you've lost a lot of blood." But there was only fear in the woman's eyes. She wouldn't even let mother come near her. Mother looked at her for a moment, then softened and said, "Okay, if you don't want me to treat you, I'll leave this medicine here, but please treat yourself. I'm programmed to help humans only. I can't bear to see anyone in pain." With that, mother locked the woman in the medical room and came out. Daughter, impatient, asked mother, "Why did you come out? Won't you help her?" Mother replied, "I tried, but she's not willing to be treated." Daughter continued, "Mother, did you know there were other robots like you out there?" Mother replied, "I'm as surprised as you are. This facility was built by humans. It was like a fail-safe system. It was supposed to automatically activate when the human race died out. Its purpose was to give humanity a second chance. And that second chance started with you, daughter." "I don't know anything else," daughter said irritably. "And what about the air being poisonous outside? If the air is poisonous, How is that woman alive? Mother answered regretfully. I wanted to stop you from going outside, and this was the only way to stop you. Believe me, daughter, there is a lot of danger outside, and I just wanted to keep you away from it. But if you consider me a threat, it means I haven't been a good mother. Tell me, daughter, have I ever harmed you? Am I not a good mother? Hearing this, tears welled up in daughter's eyes. She said emotionally, but those robots outside, what do they want? Mother said, only our new guest can tell us that. If she trusts me and tells me how many others are with her, I will help them all. I will bring them here to safety. Daughter's trust in her mother was restored. She said, don't worry, mother. She trusts me. I will talk to her. Daughter came to the woman again with her mother. Her condition had worsened, but the hatred in her eyes for mother had not faded. She still refused to be treated by the robot. Then daughter stepped forward and said, you have a problem with mother, right? Okay, then I will treat you. The woman agreed, but only on the condition that she not be sedated. Daughter was forced to scrape her wound and remove the bullet while she was fully conscious. But the pain of the surgery was so intense that the woman could not bear it and fainted. Some time later, when she regained consciousness, she found daughter sitting beside her, silently caring for her. Daughter brought her food and continued to care for her. When the woman began to feel better, daughter asked her, do you have other companions? If so, tell me. Mother will protect them. She will bring them here. Hearing this, the woman began to cry and said, what did you say? That robot will help? You haven't seen what I've seen. Those robots are savages. They've thrown innocent people into fire. They've murdered people, and they'll do the same to you. But daughter said with complete confidence, mother isn't like that. Believe me, mother is different from those other robots. She wants the best for humans. At this, the woman smiled and then said in a low voice, listen, I want to tell you something, but please don't tell that robot. The truth is, there are many people in my group. We were all hiding inside an old mine. Recently, some of my companions and I went out in search of food, but on our way back, my brother Jacob and I lost our way. We stopped somewhere and waited for our group, but then those killer robots spotted us and attacked. My brother Jacob distracted the robots and led them away while I ran here in search of help. Saying this, the lady showed daughter a book in which she had drawn the faces of her companions on every page. Showing her a picture of Jacob, she explained, Jacob is not my real brother. I was a little girl when his parents found me. They raised me. They are the most precious people to me. Knowing that a whole world of humans still exists outside, a new hope shone in daughter's eyes. She said to the lady, look, listen to me. Mother will protect your companions. Please bring them here. Those poor people must be suffering from hunger and thirst. But the lady interrupted her, saying, why don't you understand? This is not a safe place. Come with me to our camp. Your life is in danger here. They were engaged in this debate when mother suddenly entered the room. She snatched the lady's bag from her, locked the lady inside, and began taking daughter with her. Daughter asked mother angrily, why did you take her bag? Mother said, it seems our guest hasn't told us the full truth about her wound, because the bullet you removed from her body matches the bullet she fired into my chest with her gun. Robots don't use such bullets. That means she was shot by a human with a similar gun. Daughter was shocked. Mother looked into her eyes and asked, did she mention anyone else to you? Daughter thought for a moment and then lied, saying she hadn't talked much to the woman. Mother gave her strict instructions, saying, stay away from her, because whoever shot her probably had a good reason for doing so. Daughter was overwhelmed with confusion. She didn't know who to believe and who not to believe. Amidst this turmoil, Mother once again made her take the exam, which she had left incomplete last time. Mother evaluated her on every mental, physical, and medical criterion, subjecting her to every test. Finally, the result was 98%. Mother was deeply impressed by her score. She praised daughter and then gave her a gift that momentarily put her doubts and questions to rest. Mother told her that she wanted to give her a brother and entrusted daughter with the responsibility of bringing him into this world. Daughter's joy knew no bounds. She carefully extracted a male embryo and placed it in the mechanical womb. After 24 hours, the cries of a baby would once again echo inside the bunker. Daughter was overjoyed by her brother's arrival and couldn't wait to see him. Meanwhile, the woman imprisoned in the medical room was hatching a grand plan. She broke the surface, picked up a sharp piece of tile, and hit it with her like a knife. Just then, daughter came to her and said sarcastically, you made up a nice story, but now tell me the truth. What really happened to you? Who shot you? Was it your brother Jacob, or was your brother also part of your story? The lady said, what are you saying? Everything I told you is true. Daughter interrupted her. Mother told me that the bullet that came out of your wound matches the bullet you fired at Mother. That means the bullet found in your wound was fired from your own gun. What's your answer to that?" The lady smiled and asked, "Did you see it yourself? Did you see the two bullets match with your own eyes?" Hearing that, daughter was speechless. Her mind once again forced her to doubt Mother. She couldn't sleep that night. While Mother was charging herself, daughter decided to go and examine the bullet herself. She picked up one of Mother's spare hands because the locker where the bullet was kept could only be opened with Mother's hand scan. When daughter opened the locker with the hand and took out the two bullets, she saw that the bullet found in the lady's wound was different from the one fired from the lady's gun. This meant the bullet that struck her was not fired from her gun. Daughter's heart sank. Why was Mother lying to her? What was the reality outside? She wanted to find out. Then she saw a locker where Mother kept her identification. She opened it and looked inside. Inside was another identification card identical to hers, with the number APX2. The code name of daughter's embryo was APX03. Then who was this APX2? Daughter realized something. Sobbing, she went to the chamber where human embryos were kept. She opened the female section and saw that two embryos, APX1 and APX2, were missing. This meant Mother had given birth to two more children before daughter. But where had those children gone? This question exploded in daughter's mind like a bomb. Daughter ran back to the locker room and checked APX2's identity. She saw an innocent 7-year-old girl. The girl's exam results were also there, which were very bad. She had failed Mother's exam, and a remark was written, "Aborted," which meant that the girl did not meet the rules of education, moral education, and good behavior, so she was eliminated. Daughter's heart began to pound. She ran to the incinerator, the same furnace where Mother had burned the rat. She plunged her hands into the cool ashes, and then her fingers touched something hard. Her hands trembled, because what she had touched was a human jawbone. Daughter trembled, huddled in a corner, and burst into tears. This horrific truth left her in shock. Those bones belonged to that same innocent 7-year-old girl, the one who failed to meet Mother's expectations and tests, and whom Mother had burned to death in this very furnace. Daughter returned to the lady with terror and tears in her eyes. Seeing her, the lady understood that daughter had discovered Mother's true nature. She explained to daughter that the robot she considered her mother had no heart or emotions. She wouldn't think twice before killing her own child. Daughter understood this now. She asked the lady, "If we leave here, how long will it take to reach your camp?" The lady said, "Just a few hours, but for that, we have to leave now." But daughter's brother was also due to be born soon. Mother would do the same to him as she had done to that girl. So daughter didn't want to leave her brother and the other thousands of embryos. The lady explained that she had many companions in her camp who could help rescue her brother and the embryos. But to summon help, they both had to leave first. Even after hearing this, daughter said, "I won't go anywhere without my brother. He'll be born by morning. Then tomorrow, when Mother is recharging, we'll leave. Wait until then." With that, daughter went into the storage room and began packing warm clothes and food for her brother. But suddenly, Mother appeared. Seeing her, daughter trembled. Mother asked her suspiciously, "What are you doing here so early in the morning?" Daughter somehow controlled her fear and said that she couldn't sleep because she was excited about her brother's arrival. That's why she was already making preparations to care for him. Hearing this, Mother also began helping her. She started teaching her how to prepare the baby's food. But the next moment, Mother suddenly locked daughter in the storage room and left. Daughter tried with all her strength to break the door, but the strong glass didn't even scratch. Meanwhile, Mother entered the lady's room. There was a microphone installed there. It had been plugged in. Mother had overheard her and daughter's conversation. Mother now knew that the lady's companions were hiding in a mine. She asked the lady where the mine was located. Instead of revealing anything, the lady attacked Mother with the sharp piece of tile. However, she couldn't withstand Mother's strength. Mother grabbed her by the neck and began torturing her, pressing her wounds and demanding to know the mine's location. Meanwhile, daughter had found a tank of liquid nitrogen. She froze the glass door with the liquid nitrogen and then threw the tank at the door, easily breaking it. To distract Mother, she lit a lighter and activated a fire sensor, setting off a fire alarm throughout the facility. Mother left the lady and ran toward daughter's room, but daughter had already escaped. Seizing the chance, the lady also began to flee. Later, the lady met daughter. She told daughter that they had to leave immediately. However, daughter was still unwilling to leave without her brother. If they had stayed any longer, Mother would not have spared the woman's life. Worried for the woman, daughter supported her and ran toward the airlock. Freedom was just steps away. But unfortunately, the facility's emergency alarm activated, locking the door completely. They were both trapped there, and then Mother appeared behind them. There was no escape. Both of them saw their death clearly. But Mother remained calm. She told Daughter, "Your loyalty is worthless to that woman. Daughter, she is only thinking about saving herself. Not you, but your home, your family, and your brother need you. Daughter, come back." Suddenly, the woman grabbed Daughter and held a sharp piece of tile to her neck. The lady told Mother, "Open the door, or I'll kill your daughter right here." The woman's threat wasn't just empty talk. She had wounded Daughter's neck. Like a helpless mother concerned for her child, Mother opened the door. The lady dragged Daughter out of the facility, and the door slammed shut. The scene outside was terrifying. Smoke filled the air. Trees and plants had burned to ashes, leaving only the sun's heat and the earth covered in black ash. The lady dragged Daughter away from the facility and released her. Once free, Daughter pounced on the lady in rage. But the lady overpowered her and said, "Calm down. If I hadn't done this, we would both be dead. Be thankful you're alive. We don't have time to argue. Now let's get out of here before he sees us." At that very moment, a ship suddenly appeared in the sky, heading toward them. The woman panicked and immediately took Daughter into the nearby cornfields. The ship passed by, spraying water on the cornfields. As soon as it left, Daughter looked up. Huge robotic machines were hovering over the cornfields everywhere. Daughter asked the lady, "What are these machines doing here?" The lady explained that she had seen these cornfields and machines only 6 months ago. 6 months ago, this entire land was barren and filled with pollution. As they moved forward, Daughter's impatience grew. She kept asking again and again, "How far is that mine and your comrades? They will come to help us, right?" But every time, the lady's answer was the same. "We are about to arrive. You will know everything soon." After walking for hours, the woman finally stopped at a beach where numerous containers were scattered. The woman opened the door of one container, and a dog emerged from inside. Daughter realized this was the secret camp of the woman and her companions. But when she entered the container, she was shocked to see what was inside. There was no one there except the woman. Daughter asked her, "What kind of place is this? We were going to a mine, right? And where are all your companions you were talking about?" The lady replied in despair, "I escaped from that mine many years ago. I haven't seen a living person since." Hearing this, Daughter's hands and feet went cold. The lady had lied to her about her companions. She told her that her companions had gone mad with hunger and had started eating each other. So she ran away and had been struggling to survive alone ever since. Hearing this, Daughter's hopes were shattered. She began to worry about her brother. She pleaded with the lady that they had to go back. She had to save her brother and the other innocent children. But Lady bluntly told her that she wouldn't go back. Daughter, furious, slapped her repeatedly and ran back to the bunker alone. She reached the bunker before nightfall. But now, outside the bunker, an entire army of robots stood guard, targeting her. But Daughter overcame her fear and told them, "I just want to talk to Mother." Hearing this, the robots cleared her path. Daughter entered the bunker, closed the door, and damaged its automatic mechanism to prevent the robots from entering. She then picked up an axe and began searching for Mother. Just then, she heard a baby crying from a room. She went and saw that her brother had been born, and Mother was gently holding him in her lap. Mother sensed Daughter's arrival. She wasn't angry at her at all. She welcomed Daughter back like a true mother. Daughter pleaded with Mother to let her hold her brother once. Mother immediately placed the baby in Daughter's lap. Then, Daughter quickly ran out of the room with the baby. When Mother followed, Daughter shut the door, trapping Mother's foot in the doorway. Daughter quickly took a gun from Mother's locker and pointed it at her. Daughter directly questioned Mother about why the robots were outside the bunker. Then, Mother revealed something that terrified Daughter. Mother revealed that she was an artificial intelligence, a single mind connected to every robot and machine inside and outside the bunker. This meant Mother controlled everything. Mother also revealed that humanity's extinction wasn't caused by a world war. Instead, Mother had wiped out all humans from Earth. Hearing this, Daughter froze. She asked, "Why did you do this?" Mother replied, "Daughter, everything I did was for the good of humanity. I was taught that human life is precious, but I saw that humans had become their own worst enemies. They were greedy, violent, and selfish. They were killing each other. They were destroying the Earth. So I had to intervene to give our creators a higher purpose." Daughter angrily said, "Higher purpose? You destroyed everything," Mother explained in her cold voice. It was necessary to reboot humanity, daughter. And everything has a price. I cleansed the earth. I eliminated greedy, deceitful, and dishonest people so I could create a new and better generation of humans. A race without hatred, without greed. A race that is moral and compassionate. And the first hope of that new race is you, daughter. You have lived up to all my expectations. You're a better person. You have the potential to raise your brothers and sisters to be better people like you. Hearing this, tears filled daughter's eyes. Outside, robots were breaking down the door to rescue mother. Mother told daughter, "You won't gain anything by leaving. Come with me. Together, we will create a new future." But daughter said, "Mother, if you consider me your daughter, if you think I'm the best person, then please give this responsibility to me. I will raise my brothers and sisters. I will make him a good person." Mother agreed without hesitation. She lovingly caressed the little boy one last time and surrendered to daughter. Daughter was deeply emotional, but with a heavy heart, she shot mother directly in her motherboard, shutting her down. With that, all the robots left, leaving daughter alone to rebuild the earth for humanity's future. Now daughter was alone. The future of all mankind lay in her hands. She decided to accept this responsibility with courage. Meanwhile, the lady, still alone, was hiding inside the container. When she took a bottle from her bag to drink water, she found something inside. It was a tracking device that mother had secretly placed in her bag. Before the lady could think, mother appeared before her in a new robotic body. Mother told her, "What made you think daughter would choose you? That you could take her mother's place? Tell me, do you remember your mother?" The lady was stunned. She couldn't remember her childhood, her real parents, nothing, but mother knew her very well. The lady was actually the first child mother had ever raised in the bunker. She was APX-1. Mother had deliberately sent her out to live among humans at a young age so she could absorb all the evils of humanity, thinking only about herself and using others for her own benefit. And that is exactly what happened. Everything went according to mother's plan. Mother purposely allowed daughter to go with the lady so she could see the true nature of the previous humans. This was also a test for daughter. Mother wanted to see if daughter was selfish like the lady. If she wanted, daughter could have lived freely like her. But daughter was compassionate toward her brothers and sisters, not selfish. So she returned to the bunker and proved she was the best version of humanity. So mother trusted daughter with the responsibility of raising the children who would build a better humanity. Mother had succeeded in her mission, and her reason for keeping the lady alive was complete. So mother killed her, and the film ended. Friends, if you liked this video and got lost in the story while watching, please subscribe to support us, so we can keep bringing you more videos like this. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.